Remember those Pixar shorts that used to be in the beginning of movies? What happened to those? What happened? What's going on, my YouTuber subscribers? Hope you guys are having a great pre-Juneteenth because we got 2 new movies coming out this weekend. One of them is the newest Disney Pixar movie, Elio. Got back from seeing the movie early and, thoughts. Is this movie good? This movie is definitely an attempt to try to do something new and original for Pixar, but at the same time, it ends up kind of feeling like been there, kind of done that territory. The movie doesn't really stand out enough to be something like, oh yeah, Pixar classic, here we go. But I do appreciate the attempt to like get back to return to form, because it's like, you know, Pixar, when it comes to animated movies, they used to kill it with their like original stuff. Now in a world where it's just like sequels and prequels and requels and frequels, it just feels like everything's been done before. I remember this movie's supposed to come out like, what, last year or early this year? I remember this movie got delayed and now it's coming out now. And I kind of see why. Walk out of this movie pretty much being like, you know what? If you were to tell me that this was a springboard to a Disney Plus show, I totally believe it. Because this is kind of what it feels like. A Disney Plus movie. But now it's on the big screen. Yay. It's getting good and bad on why I feel like Elio is officially in theaters tomorrow for the entire world to see. You gotta rush to see this. Much of them kind of just like, well, the kids gotta see something, because everyone's already seen Lilo and Stitch. So the kids gotta see something. But then these are good movies too, right? So let's talk about it. First off, adding in the movie, like I said, when it comes to animation, I don't do voice actors. I just go to the characters. So I feel like the characters in the movie, they were just enough okay. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to remember none of these characters. Well, except Gordon, the little alien squid slug creature. He was my favorite. He's the one who had like the most outgoing personality out of all these weird alien characters. As far as human characters go, Elio, I feel like he'll gravitate more towards the kids who are kind of loners and stuff like that, or just like, I just don't have anybody, you know, I want to feel special too. My place is out there in the stars. It'll gravitate towards those type of kids or audience of any age. It'll gravitate more towards them. Us regular kind of regular folks, we're just like, eh. Also, my man, I cannot think of his name, but who voices the main big bad dude. I remember he was the voice of one of the characters from Two Stupid Dogs. Very random, I know, but that's his voice. And I was like, good to see him back voice act again. That was great. Okay, plot in the movie more or less is that we're following Elio. He's a main character in a Disney movie, so you know what that means. Staying with his aunt, who pretty much him or her don't have a good relationship, so she pretty much wants to make contact with whatever life is out there in the universe, and pretty much that life reaches out to him, and now he gets sucked up into this grand alien federation, and now let the adventure in space exploration ensue. That's the simple plot in the movie, because there's like kind of like a bunch of subplots also happening in the movie too, that I feel like kids will kind of be like, ooh, this is kind of a lot, but the colors are cool. Okay, let's get to the good in the movie. First of all, the animation. It's Pixar. They're the king of animations. They know how to do it. I saw this movie in 3D. Like I said, the 3D in the movie, it was definitely good and a lot of good parts. Because like I said, you know, when it comes to space is just always cool when it's just on the big screen and it's always in 3-dimensional space. That was great too. The colors really popped. Even on some scenes they did. The designs were great too. Like I said, Gordon, he was my favorite character. Like I said, he had the most personality. Whimsical space adventure time was had. The animation was good. Even though that's Pixar, so that's nothing new. Also, the movie tries to have some type of heart and soul to it, that Pixar heart. But I just feel like, maybe it's just me, I feel like the movie doesn't push the boundaries enough for it to like cross out of like, you know, kid-friendly movie to like full-on family movie, you know. It's like there were some points in the movie where it tried to stick its toe in one of those like adult themes, but it's like, stuck her toe in it. Now we're done. Example, without giving it away, is the fact that you always see in these Pixar or animated movies where like the kid is like, from the kid's perspective, they're like, my life sucks, you know, my parents are dead and shit, and my new family they don't get me. You don't see it from like the family member's point of view like that. You don't see it from Nandi's point of view where it's like, I'm down on my luck, I didn't ask for this is hard. But the movie tried to do that, but then it's like, okay, we like stuck our toe with it. Okay, now we're not touching that no more. Okay, well, we're just gonna be a kid's movie. Which is a shame too, because like I said, this movie could have been so much deeper, but play it safe, whatever. If we get to the bad in the movie, well, I feel like the biggest issue this movie has is honestly the pacing of the movie, because there's kind of like, as much as the main plot of, you know, Elio going to space and he's part of the Space Federation and shenanigans are ensuing, also like so many other things we're following too, and also we don't even get to space till like what, 40 minutes into the movie. I know you gotta build it up and stuff like that, but it's just like, oh, this is like kind of a boring build up. Remember, we're catering to the little kids who have the attention span like this. If the movie doesn't get going immediately, they're gonna be like, checked out. Also, like I said, if you were to tell me this movie was like a springboard to a Disney Plus series, I totally believe it. Because this feels like it should have came to Disney Plus, but they were like, let's just put it on the big screen just because to meet our quota. Because the movie never feels like it's big enough to earn a big screen release. It definitely feels like more of a small space story with like other story beats into it that I'm like, just could have really been a whole Disney Plus series. This whole movie, you really put one season's worth of content in this movie. But it's on the big screen, so whatever. At the end of the day, I felt that Elio was a movie that it's not the worst Pixar movie they've ever put out, but definitely ain't one of the classics. It definitely feels more like a Disney movie than a Pixar movie. Best way to put it, like I said, the characters in the movie, besides my main alien guy, they're kind of boring. You don't really care about them. Space Adventure is cool, the animation is cool, but other than that, that being said, are we going to see it, stream it, or skip it? I'm going to say that Elio is a movie that I would perfectly be fine streaming one time. That's it. Elio officially in theaters this Friday. You can see it, not going to see it. Let me know your thoughts on it. I hope you guys have a great Juneteenth. See you guys in the next video. And as always, subscribe. Until next time.